My bride and I believe it. We live on a small farm just outside of Odessa. I raise cattle. She raises some horses. We do some custom hay that we sell. I'm pro-life.
Closer to your mic. Can't hear you.
I am pro-life. Can you hear it now?
Yes, thank you.
Pro-life, pro-gun. My wife and I both have went and taken our conceal and carry class. She is actually the best shot. We have 18 grandchildren and that all live close to us and come out and help on the farm with us. We're excited about being candidates for the 21st Senatorial District. It's a great seat to fill. We've had a great senator in there in the past, and I hope to be the next great senator that comes up, and I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Hello, my name is Eugene Verdun. I'm an attorney, a farmer, and a mediator from Higginsville, Lafayette County. It's a real pleasure to be here with you all tonight. You know, mediation, I'll be the first mediator ever in the state Senate. Mediation is a voluntary settlement process where two or more people get together with a mediator to try to work out their differences and come up with an agreement if they can. In public policy work, we try to build a consensus that everyone can live with. LBJ, President Johnson, had a favorite scripture he liked to quote. I think it's Isaiah 1:18. It says, "Come, let us reason together." And who could ever turn down Lyndon Johnson when you were in the White House, you know? And he worked out more deals that way. It was just incredible. This is a unique election. You're going to have some choices to make in your government. The Trump factor is going to affect us. And let me close with Harry Truman. He said in 1948, forget party politics and vote for yourselves. And, you know, he beat Tom Dewey.
Next.
Thank you, everyone, for coming here tonight. I'm Denny Hoskins. I'm from here in Lawrenceburg. I'm a veteran as well as a certified public accountant. I'm pro-gun. I've had an A rating from the NRA. Pro-life. I've been endorsed by Missouri Right to Life. Pro-agriculture. I've been endorsed by Missouri Cattlemen's Association and just received word that I'm a 2016 recipient of the Farm Bureau Friend of Agriculture Award. I'm also a friend of education, as the proud son of two retired Missouri school teachers, and was endorsed by Missouri State Teachers Association, as well as I voted against Common Core. Having a daughter in the 4th grade, which she brings home a math problem, and you take a math problem and go from like 16 to, or add 16 and 15, and it takes 25 steps in order to do that, something's wrong with that. So I voted to eliminate Common Core. I also sponsor the Big Government Get Off My Back Act, which says no new rules and regulations on our small businesses, because I believe that the federal government should stay out of my daughter's 5th grade bathroom. Denny Hoskins, I appreciate your vote and support on August 2nd. Thank you.
My name is William Truman Wayne, but you can vote for Bill. I wasn't born here, but my Missouri roots go back to the 1850s. I've lived here in Johnson County for 37 of the past 47 years. Now and my wife of 39 years, Sanders Ancestral Farm, where we recently closed the bed and breakfast we ran for 28 years. I'm an active Civil War reenactor, a competitive skeet shooter, a graduate of the U.S. Academy of Economics Concentration, of UCM and Ag Business, and I have a Mizzou MBA. I've served on boards of state and national B2B associations, the Johnson County Historical Society, the County Extension Council. I'm a life member of the NRA and a member of our local American Legion Post and Elks Lodge. I'm a pragmatic libertarian, like our presidential nominee, Gary Johnson. We have to work with the institutions that exist to change them to remove infringements of our individual liberties and our God-given rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as set forth in the Declaration of Independence and specifically recognized in the Bill of Rights. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bill. Before we move on any further, you know, in this day and age, there has to be a disclaimer
Goes fast.
on everything. As a public service, the Warrensburg Area Chamber's role tonight is to sponsor this event, to provide the public the opportunity to hear from the candidates seeking office so they can make a better informed decision about their representatives in government Warrensburg Area Chamber of Commerce, a nonpartisan organization, in that nonpartisan spirit, has, to the best of its ability, strived to put fairness above all else by including and obtaining consensus between the county committee chairpersons in every aspect of the planning of the event, and by including any and all candidates seeking office regardless of party affiliation in tonight's candidate forum. I'd like to get that right up front. Okay, we'll start a series of questions now. And I'll ask this question first of each of our candidates. If elected, what are your top 2 priorities for the next term in the Senate or House, in this case, the Senate?
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is start working on trying to bring some jobs back to Missouri. We rank 33rd. We're the 47th worst in the nation right now. As far as keeping the jobs here, we rank 50th. And I think that's just out of control. And the only way I see to do that is to turn education around. Because I think that these big companies that want to come down here and maybe relocate and give us some jobs where the young people that are going to graduate and go start some new jobs are going to have a better education. I think your school here is a great school. But we've got some problems in Kansas City and St. Louis and Springfield that are just astronomical. And I think the only way we can do that is turn it around. And Common Core is one of the things that needs to go away. We get rid of Common Core, and I think and get some teacher salaries up where they need to be. You can start driving a UPS truck for $55,000 a year. But some of the teachers down here in Strasburg and Kingsville, you know, they're starting at real low salaries, $26,000, $28,000. So I think that's what we need to start, get some teacher salaries up. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mike. LG? Same question, I'll repeat it for you. If elected, what are the 2 top priorities for the next term in the Missouri Senate?
Well, that's an easy one in this campaign cycle. Education and agriculture. And that includes some jobs initiatives to help bring people back and create jobs here in Missouri, which will affect the tax base as well. But education is very, very important. You know, we have 6 universities in this district, including the big one here at UCM. And it's very, very important to faculty and students as well. We need to fund our education a whole lot better and fully fund it to the extent it's possible. And that may need some new personnel on the Appropriations Committee to get that done. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next, Kenny?
Thank you, Woody. I think the first thing, as the only certified public accountant in the General Assembly, the first thing we have to do is make sure we maintain a balanced budget without raising taxes. I've heard it from my constituents, and as we've been going door to door, no one wants us to raise taxes on them. So I think first we have to maintain a balanced budget and make sure that we live within our means, unlike the federal government. The second thing is, when we talk about agriculture and education, as Elgene said, in the next 10 years, there are going to be approximately 60,000 jobs come available in the agricultural field, but they've only projected 35,000 people in order to meet those needs. So we need to continue to work on education, STEM initiatives, science, technology, engineering, and math. The innovation campus that we have here at UCM, as well as at Lee Summit, is a great program. So continue to fund those and look at how we can help agriculture as well as education. Thank you.
Bill?
My priorities are first, to protect the citizens of Missouri from federal encroachment by directing state departments and employees not to cooperate with or participate in enforcing federal rules that infringe on state and local rights, such as Common Core, restrictions on firearms, waters in the United States, and other of that type. Second, I want to protect the citizens of the state from overreach by the state and local governments, restrict eminent domain, get rid of civil forfeiture, end predatory leasing for profit, where a town budget relies on fines. Thank you.
I would not support Medicaid expansion. We voted this on several times in the Missouri State Legislature. If we had passed Medicaid expansion, we would be looking at having to cut somewhere else, whether that's elementary, secondary education, higher education, or somewhere like that. So no, I do not support expanding Medicaid.
All right, thank you. Well, Ryan, would you support Medicaid expansion in future legislative sessions?
No, it costs too much. They have to stop shorting rural providers on their reimbursements, and they need to stop declining small local hospitals out of existence, among other things. Since I have plenty of time here, in view of the presidential candidates nominated by the other two parties, I encourage you to look at the Libertarian Party. Our candidate is honest, ethical, and rational.
Right. Agreed?
That was awful fast. I would not support Medicaid expansion. I tell you, if we do that, then we're going to cut back more on our roads than what we're doing today. We're going to cut back, more on our higher education. Everything that's come into that budget has to be and nail it down to every item. I remember when we were sitting there on budget, we looked at the width of the snowplow blades, whether we could afford, a 12-foot blade or a 14-foot blade on the front of that, all the cost of that, the tires and everything for MoDOT, the highway patrolmen, the troopers that are out there, and state employees that haven't had a raise in quite some time and need some type of increase. All of that comes out of the state budget, and if we have any type of Medicaid expansion, then those things will all be cut and all be shrunk, and those people won't get what is due to them. So let's get some jobs and put them people to work and somehow try to help them that way instead of handing out some more expansion in it. Thank you.
Eugene?
This question, I think, was politically advised. I would favor Medicaid expansion. I think it's very, very political. Who cannot reach out to our poor, to our elderly, to those in nursing homes, and those who really deserve Medicaid? We really need to get together and discuss a balanced approach, a holistic approach to health care, because the quality of a whole society is measured by how it responds to how you treat the elderly and the poor and the children. That's a simple answer to a tough question. The state has been foregoing a whole lot of reimbursement already from the federal government because the legislature has said no several years.
Gentlemen, we thank you very much. We will bring up the members